fighting for property is something that very common in this world. There are hundreds, thousands, lakhs of cases in the court where people are fighting for properties. So here also one such example is mentioned in Srimad Bhagavatam. Two personalities are fighting for property. So one person is demon called Hiranyaksha, and another personality is Lord Varaha Deva. So these two people have come claiming ownership on Mother Earth. So Hiranyaksha, he's saying, how can you take away this earth? It belongs to us. We are the owner of this. I am the owner of this. So he is claiming his ownership. And Varaha Deva has come, who is the natural owner, is the real owner. He has come to take whatever belongs to him. And there is a fight between these two. So sometimes we think, oh, this fight for property is all in Kali Yuga. But we can see here, this is there from the beginning of creation. Always there are some people who want to come and fight unnecessarily for all wrong reasons. And they have some wrong idea about ownership. So that's the whole discussion here. That Hiranyaksha coming and claiming wrong ownership on the earth. So let us understand some little background. What is the background of this whole incident? This is in the 3rd canto Srimad Bhagavatam, the conversation between Maitreya and Vidura. Vidura is asking questions and Maitreya is speaking. So Maitreya is speaking about the creation, how the creation happened, Srishti. There he speaks about how the Supreme Lord Narayana created this whole universe. And then the Lord created Lord Brahma, the first living being in the creation. And Lord Brahma did tapasya for 100 Brahma years, not our 100 years. So after that, the Supreme Lord appeared. He said, my dear Brahma, I'm very happy with your tapasya. What do you want? So Lord Brahma, he offered some very special prayers and he requested something from the Supreme Lord. That's very important to understand this incident. He said, my Lord, you have given me the order that I should create this universe, secondary creation. The Lord has already done the ingredients, earth, water, fire, air, ether, pancha bhuta, pancha karmendriya, pancha jnanendriya, already all created. Lord Brahma has to use all those ingredients, he has to do secondary creation. So Lord Brahma is asking, he is begging from the Supreme Lord, my Lord, please assure me, please give me this assurance that when I do creation, I should not start thinking that I have done all these things. This ahankara I should not get. This is what I want you to bless me. See how such a beautiful request that Brahma is saying. He's saying that I will do because you are ordering me. It is your order. You are authorizing me. It's an authorized service for Brahma that he should do the creation of the 14 planetary system and everything. He has to create devatas and so many things. He said, okay, you are authorizing me. I'll do this. But let me not develop the ahankara that I have done all these things. You know, sometimes we do some service and we are very upset that nobody is coming and asking who has done this, so that we can tell, I have done this, I have done this. So we want that, I have done this, I am the one who has done this. So we want that recognition, I have done it. But Brahmaji is saying that let me not develop that ahankara that I have done all this thing. Let me always remember, you are the one who has originally done by staying inside me. You have entered inside me as Paramatma. So you are making it happen. I am only executor. You are the real owner. So let me not develop the wrong ahankara. This is the first request that Brahmaji said. Second request is very important to understand today's verse. After I do creation, You should save me, or you should bless me from next anartha. What is that? That I should not start saying, now it belongs to me and I am the owner of this. Because I have created it. So now I start saying, I am the owner of this. This false ownership I should not develop. Right? So we all develop this false ownership. If something I do, then I start thinking it belongs to me. Because I did it. I produced it. I've completed it. I've accomplished it. So I am the owner of this. See how Lord Brahma, a devotee, how a devotee thinks. A devotee does not want to claim faltu ownership. But here we see this demon, Rakshasa, he has done nothing. Neither it was his authorized service to do any creation, nor did he create the other Mother Earth. But he is saying he is the owner. He is challenging the authority of the Lord Varaha, Lord Vishnu. He is saying, I am the owner. Why have you come here? It belongs to us. We are the owner. Don't come here. Go away from here. So he is telling to Supreme Lord. Supreme Lord is the real owner. In Ishopanishad, it is said, Ishavasyam idam sarvam. Everything belongs to Supreme Lord. So Brahmaji is saying, I should always have this awareness. Nothing belongs to me. I am not the owner. You are the owner. I should always have this knowledge so that I will never say, I am the owner of this. But here, Hiranyaksha is saying, he has done nothing, but he wants to be the owner of that. This is the mentality of a demon. They do nothing and they want to be the owner. They want to be the enjoyer. After doing so much hard work, Brahmaji is saying, I don't want to say I am the owner. After doing so much of creation, so here he is saying he is the owner. So we have to learn the first lesson. The first lesson is that we never claim our ownership simply because I have done it, or I have completed it, I have produced it. We are not the owner. Always the ownership, the credit is given to Krishna. Krishna is the ultimate owner of everything. Krishna is the ultimate owner. Nobody is the owner. This awareness, all the devotees, always they maintain this. And it will not come automatically. Like Lord Brahma, we have to offer prayers. He offered prayers. What did he ask? My Lord, please bless me so that I don't develop ahankara that I have done it, and I don't develop wrong ownership that belongs to me. It belongs to me. And third one, most important is, so here Hiranyaksha, he's calling the Lord, he's saying that sukara akrite, asaditam sukara akrite. He said that, oh you have taken the sukara. Sukara means, in Hindi they say suvar, means what? Pig. So this demon is not able to identify the real identity of the person who is standing in front of him. This is another behavior of a demon. The demons never understand real identity. They always misunderstand. Misunderstanding is the first behavior of the demon. So what is the misunderstanding of Hiranyaksha? His first misunderstanding is, he is thinking he is the owner of that earth. That is the first misunderstanding. He is the owner. Second misunderstanding is, the real owner is standing in front of him. The Supreme Lord, he is not able to see that and he is fighting with him. And third misunderstanding is that the Varaha, that is, here it is said, Varaha avatar has come, the Lord has come in the form of Varaha. Instead of seeing the real Varaha, he is seeing you are a pig. He is scolding, he is deriding. In the Vedas, in the Upanishad, the real identity of the Varaha is given, but he is not able to see that. Because the symptom of a demon means always seeing illusion. They don't see the real thing. They always see some illusion. So Varaha in the Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, the definition of the Varaha is mentioned. Ahahaha jnanam samuddishtam varaham iti uchyate. Ahahaha jnanam. The entire form of Varaha is full of transcendental knowledge. That is the definition of Varaha. Ahahaha jnanam samuddishtam varaham iti uchyate. It's full of transcendental knowledge. But you look at this Hiranyaksha, he's calling that Ajna, you fool. He's calling the Supreme Lord as fool. But actually the meaning of the Varaha means full of knowledge. But he is seeing the Lord as no knowledge, foolish. See how demons, everything they misunderstand. That is a symptom of a demon. In the 16th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Krishna gives elaborate description of who is a demon. And one of the description is that they always misunderstand, they're always in the illusion. So here is that Hiranyaksha, demon. Out of illusion, he's calling Varaha as Ajna. Ajna means the one who has no knowledge. But Brihadaranyaka Upanishad says the Varaha means full of knowledge. Not only full of knowledge, he is the one who gives knowledge to everyone. If at all there is any knowledge in all of us, that is simply because the form of the Lord called Varaha. It is the Varaha who gives knowledge. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Mattaha smriti jnanam apohanam sarvasya chaham hridhi sannivishtaha. It is the Supreme Lord who is in our heart and who gives knowledge to all of us. And the form of the Lord that gives knowledge to all of us is technically called Varaha. Ahahaha jnanam samuddishtaha varaham iti uchyate. Upanishad is telling. But demon is saying, you are Ajna, you are foolish. In Mahabharata, the Srila Prabhupada mentions, Yudhishthira Maharaj was doing Rajasuya Yajna. Rajasuya Yajna is something like, when somebody forms the government, they have to prove the majority. In the floor, they have to prove the majority. They have to show that they have the majority and everybody have their support for that person to become the president or prime minister of the country, like that. That is called proving the majority on the floor. So sometimes they pass this motion of confidence. No confidence. They say that we have no confidence that this person has everybody's obedience or everybody's support. At that time, the person has to prove, no, I have everybody's support to me. That is called showing the majority. So, Rajasuya Yajna means the king who becomes the emperor of the whole universe. He has to prove that everybody is subordinate to him. And that process is called Rajasuya Yajna. So, he sends everywhere his representatives and everyone has to accept his authority. So, Yudhishthira was doing Rajasuya Yajna and he was successful. And one process, there is one discussion. Okay, Yudhishthira has become the ultimate authority or the emperor, administrator. But who will control him? Because the power can corrupt anyone. When you become supremely powerful, what if you go out of the control? Who will control him? Who holds him accountable? So who holds Yudhishthira accountable? Because now he has become the final powerful person in the whole world. So there was a debate, discussion. So there were some nominations. Who will be the authority for Yudhishthira Maharaj? So many people gave so many names. So most of the people suggested the name of Bhishma. So Bhishma, very humbly, out of humility, he rejected his name and he suggested another name. And he suggested Lord Krishna's name. He said that Krishna can be that ultimate authority. Who can be authority for Yudhishthira Maharaj? Who is the emperor of the whole universe? At that time, there was some opposition. There was some opposition for Krishna's name. So that person who opposed was Shishupala. He became very angry and upset by hearing Krishna's name. He's full of envious of Lord Krishna because he's a demon. Same this Hiranyaksha, Hiranyakashipu in different yugas and different avatars. They were taking birth. So the same Hiranyaksha had appeared as Shishupala and Dantavakra. So he became very envious. Same thing, just like he is fighting with Varaha. So that time also he was fighting. No, how can Krishna be that final authority? I object. This Krishna is an ordinary person. Just like here Hiranyaksha is saying Agnya. Agnya means foolish, ordinary person. Like that Shishupala started saying Krishna is ordinary person. To make him understand how Krishna is not ordinary person, Bhishma started saying, who is Krishna? Who is the original? What is the original identity of Krishna? At that time, Bhishma speaks about Dashavatara. He says how Krishna, same Krishna, what all great activities he has done in the past, how glorious and how many times he has saved the whole world from the atrocities and from so many dangers and calamities. At that time, Bhishma spoke about Dashavatara and he speaks about Varahavatara. In Mahabharata, Sabha Parva, in the chapter number 45, he speaks this. And there he says, Bhishma says, Purane kathyate yatra veda shruti samanvitaha. O Shishupala, let me tell you who is Krishna. And I don't think that I am telling you because I like Krishna. I am simply repeating what is there in the Vedas and Upanishads and Shrutis and Puranas. Don't think these are all my personal words. Purana kathyate yatra veda shruti samanvitaha. These are the words from Vedas, from Shrutis and from Puranas. Varahastu shruti sukha. This Varaha form of Lord Krishna is elaborately in detail mentioned in the Shruti, the Vedas. Pradurbhavo Mahatmanaha. And this is the manifestation of the Supreme Lord. He is a Supreme Lord, he is not an ordinary person. Please give up your misunderstanding that Krishna is an ordinary person. He is a Supreme Lord. Pradurbhava Mahatmanaha is a great personality. And then he gives the detail of Yajna. Why it is important? Because see how we should be very careful. Bhishma is a devotee. And how he sees Varaha, we should know. And how Hiranyaksha is seeing Varaha also we should know. Because both of them are seen very differently. Same Lord, same Krishna, but seen differently because both of them have different mentality. One is a divine mentality, another one is a demoniac mentality. Divine mentality always sees things as they are. They don't misunderstand. There is no illusion. Demoniac people, they always misunderstand. They see out of illusion. They concoct, they assume, and they give their own interpretation. So whatever this Hiranyaksha is saying about Varaha in this verse is full of misunderstanding. So what is the correct understanding of Varaha? Because people many times say, oh, your God is a pig, Sukara Akrite. They're all representatives of Hiranyaksha. Why? Because you don't know the right understanding of Varaha. The form of the real Varaha is actually, Prabhupada says, Yajna Varaha. The Varaha's form is Yajna. Yajna Varaha is the real name of the Varaha. But people misunderstand and they see it as some form of pig. No, Yajna Varaha. So here Bhishma says, Vedapadaha, Yupadamshraha, Kratudantaha, Kshitimukaha. He is giving details of Varaha. He says the whole body of the Varaha is Yajna. That whatever Yajna, Havan we see, that has come from Varaha Deva. So how does Yajna came from Varaha Deva? He is giving description. He says Vedapadaha. From the lotus feet of the Varaha Deva, the Yajna Kunda came out. The Yajna Kunda, when we see when Havan is happening, anybody is doing Havan, Yajna, that Yajna Kunda will be there. We should know that Yajna Kunda is the lotus feet of Varaha Deva. The Vedas and Upanishads are saying from the Varaha Deva's lotus feet, the Yajna Kunda came. Vedi Pada, the Vedi means the Vedika, the platform. The Yajna Kunda has come from Padaha of the Varaha Deva. Yajna Padaha Yupadamshraha. Yupa is a pillar where you tie the final offering, the bali. So in the yajna, the final offering is our attention, our mind. Our mind is what we are supposed to offer. In Bhagavad Gita, 4th chapter, Krishna says, what is that we are supposed to offer in the yajna? We are supposed to offer our attention. That attention is what is actually tied, so that it doesn't run away, it doesn't go away. That Yupasthambaha is the damshra. You see, the Varaha has got two damshra. Damshra means the two tusks, right? Those two tusks is which can hold our mind, Bhishma Deva is saying in the yajna. When yajna is happening, like you see, japa yajna, yajnanam japa yajñosmi. So when in the japa yajna is happening, our mind will be running around here and there. Two tusk, damshra. So Bhishma is saying that is the stupa damshraha. So by remembering Varaha Deva, our mind will not go here and there, because Varaha Deva help us to tie our mind so that it will not run away from the yajna. Kratu dantraha. So not only that, inside there are teeth of Varaha Deva. And all the kratu means, basically kratu means what? Kratu means the ingredients. There are so many ingredients in the yajna. All those ingredients, you see, so many ingredients we keep. All those ingredients have come from the different tooth of Varaha Deva. This is real Varaha Deva. And there it is said, next, Kshiti Mukhaha, the face of the Lord. The Varaha Deva's face, we should not misunderstand that some pig face. The real face of the Varaha Deva is the mandala of the yajna. The yajna mandala is coming from the beautiful, the mandala that we write. That is the face of the yajna Varaha. And then Agni Jikhvaha, you see that there is a fire in the yajna kunda. That Agni has come from the tongue of Varaha. See, this is the real way that we should see Varaha Deva. When you see Varaha Deva, the tongue of the Varaha is Agni. The Agni has come from the Varaha's tongue. All the ingredients of the yajna has come from the different tooth of the Varaha. The yajna mandala has come from the face of the Varaha. That yajna kunda, the Vedi, has come from the lotus feet of the Varaha. Darbharomaha, from the Varaha's bodily hair, Darbha grass, Kusha grass has come. You see, Darbha, Kusha grass we use everywhere, purifying. So that has come from the hair, bodily hair of the Varaha Deva, not some ordinary it is. Darbha Romaha. And then Brahma Shirshaha, the devotees who are sitting and chanting mantras, they have come from the head, the brain of the Varaha Deva. See, when we are chanting the mantras, we should remember all this is coming from the brain of the Varaha Deva. So like this, Aho Ratre Kshana Divya Vedangaha Shruti Bhushanaha, the beautiful tunes when you are chanting mantras, very nice, attractive tunes are there. Like this we say, Tad Vishnu Paramam Padam, like this the tune. Everybody says a very nice tune. The tune is the ornaments of the Varaha Deva. You see, when you see Varaha Deva is decorated with so many beautiful ornaments. All those ornaments manifested as a tunes in the yajna. So like this, Bhishma Deva has given detailed description of what is the real identity of Varaha. And the final sum and substance, the Varaha is actually the Yajna Varaha. But here, unfortunately, the Hiranyaksha is seeing Varaha as Sukara Akrite. Oh, you pig, is calling Varaha as pig. He's misunderstanding. And then he is also calling Varaha Deva as Agnya. Instead of seeing him as Ahahaha, Jnanam, he is seeing as Agnyaha. So this is a symptom of demon. Demons, their problem is they everything misunderstand. Misunderstanding. And they give too much importance to their material senses. Why this Hiranyaksha is misunderstanding? First misunderstanding comes, Srila Prabhupada explains, because of too much dependency on our defective material senses. When you too much become dependent on your material senses, like my eyes, sometimes we will be fighting and we will be giving argument. No, I saw with my own eyes. Hiranyaksha is also seeing with his own eyes. Seeing with your own so-called material eyes is always defective. So that is why he is seeing defective. His seeing is so defective, he is not able to understand the real form of the Lord. So we should be very careful as devotees. We should not be too much, confident of what we see with our eyes. In Bhagavatam it is mentioned, our seeing should be seeing based on the authentic hearing. Shrutek shita, ikshita. Ikshita means seeing. That seeing should be Shruti ikshita. Shruti means knowledge, authorized knowledge. Based on the authorized knowledge, when we see, that is real seeing. Not simply I am seeing because my eyes are able to show me something, I am seeing it, so this is the reality. The reality is never based on what we see with our eyes. The reality is always based on the authorized knowledge from the Shastra, from the Guru Mukha Padma Vakya. Otherwise it is only illusion, it is only misunderstanding. Because the demon Hiranyaksha, he is not trained in the Vedic culture of hearing process. He is not trained in authorized source of knowledge. Whatever he is seeing is full of mistake. And what he is seeing? He is seeing the Supreme Lord, but he is seeing Supreme Lord as something Sukara Akrite, which is not correct. It's full of mistake. So we should be careful that when we stay with devotees, when we interact with devotees, we should not behave like Hiranyaksha. What is the behavior of Hiranyaksha? First and foremost, he is fully confident of what he is seeing is defective eyes is correct. That is his conviction. Oh, what I am seeing is correct. No. We should verify what I see. Is it as per the Vedic knowledge? Is it as per Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam? Is it as per, okay, if I don't understand, I can always go to authorities and clarify. Prabhu, this is what I saw. Is this correct? No, I saw. Just because I saw, so it has to be truth. Not necessary. Srimad Bhagavatam does not agree with this philosophy that what I see has to be correct. In the court, they say eyewitness. They call something as eyewitness. But in our devotional life, we don't give too much importance for eyewitness. We give importance for ear witness, hearing witness. Have you heard properly? Have you heard sufficiently? Have you heard from the right sources? Then you are the proper witness. If you don't hear from authorized source, from the authorized parampara, evam parampara praptam imam rajarshayo viduhu. Krishna gave importance to parampara hearing, not for simply seeing something with our defective eyes. So this eyewitness concept is not appreciated in our Vedic culture, in our devotional life. But the demonic people give too much importance for eyewitness. That's what Hiranyaksha is doing. I am seeing with my own eyes. So what I see with my own eyes is correct. So let me fight with that. So he is thinking that he is the owner. He is the owner of this earth. For what he thinks he is the owner? For nothing. Brahma, who created this earth, he is thinking he should not be the owner. But Hiranyaksha is thinking he is the owner. So we should also be very careful before we develop so-called ownership. When we are doing some service, sometimes the representative of the Supreme Lord, like our authorities, may give some authorized service. Like Krishna gave some service to Brahmaji. Go and create this. So like Brahmaji, we should offer prayers. Oh Lord, let me not develop this ahankara that I have done it. Because of me it has happened. No. What Srila Prabhupada has told us in the Nectar of Instruction, Sato Vrittihi. Sato Vrittihi means following in the footsteps of great personalities. And Brahmaji, the founder, Acharya of Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Sampradaya, what is his behavior? We have to follow. And what is his behavior? His behavior is that, my Lord, let me never develop ahankara that I have produced it, I have done it, because of me it has happened. That ahankara, let me never develop. And the second prayer, because I have done the creation, let me never ever claim ownership. I am the owner of this. What do you mean by ownership? Ownership means now I should enjoy this. Everything should happen as per what I say because I have created it. I should enjoy. Everybody should listen to me. I am the owner of this. No. So Brahmaji is saying, he says, he is requesting, he should never claim the wrong ownership. But Hiranyaksha, a demon, he is claiming ownership. You see this? He was roaming around everywhere attacking people, devatas, the kings and the ordinary people, troubling. He is like a terrorist, global terrorist, old, world level, universal level terrorist he was. So everywhere he was roaming around, fighting with everybody. So Narad Muni, who saw this, he became very compassionate. Unnecessarily, he is fighting with everybody. Recently there was some terrorist attack in one of the tourist places in our country. It was so sad. They have problem with somebody. Instead of going and fighting with them, they are attacking some, tourists who are innocent. So they have not done any harm to them. So they attack. So this Hiranyaksha is the godfather for all such terrorists. So they take inspiration from them. Right? So they were doing, this Hiranyaksha was also doing like that, attacking everyone and terrorizing the whole universe. So Narad Muni came, he said, let me solve this problem. He said, you Hiranyaksha, why you are attacking all this ordinary masoom tourists, like this? So you want to fight now? Your problem is with whom? With the Vishnu, with the government. Go and fight with them. Why you are attacking unnecessary people? So he asked, where is that Vishnu? Where is that? Where I can fight? He said, you go there in the ocean, the Vishnu is there. So that is how this Hiranyaksha came. So he came, there he saw the Vishnu is lifting the earth. So he thought, it's our place. Sometimes these terrorists have this misunderstanding. They think it is our land. That is why they want to come and fight. They say, we are the owner, it's our land. It belongs to us. So this terrorist, Hiranyaksha, was also claiming ownership like this. But there's a real government, right? So like that, this terrorist Hiranyakashipu, so he came, he said, hey, wait, I am the real owner. Don't take away, this is our place. But actually, this Hiranyaksha, he thought that he can challenge Varaha. He can fight with Varaha. And he attacked Varaha by scolding, first of all, speaking all bad words, and then attacking. Then what did Varaha do? Simple thing. He gave simple one slap on the cheek. You don't require much fight with this kind of people. So Supreme Lord gave one slap, one small slap. He rapped on his face. And that's all. Immediately this Hiranyaksha, who was thinking is so great, he can challenge the Supreme Lord. He fell on the ground, dead, over, story finished. See, sometimes we think we are so big, so great. We should be very careful whom we are challenging. This arrogance, when you think I am so great, it brings arrogance. And when it brings arrogance, actually you forget whom you are challenging. And you think I can fight with anybody. So that's how some people saying, where is God? Who is your God? I don't care for God. All these gods and all I don't do. And suddenly one small earthquake, tsunami, all this comes, story will be finished. After that, person only will not be there to ask that question. So like this, we should not become like Hiranyaksha. What did Hiranyaksha do? He misunderstood who the God is. He misunderstood the form of the God. And he's speaking all wrong things about God. Like nowadays in the outside world, there are so many people who speak wrong things about God. They say you are only God, or they say everybody is God, or they say God is some stone is God, some tree is God, or I am the God. This is all the philosophy of Hiranyaksha. But following in the footsteps of great Acharya like Srila Prabhupada, receiving the authentic knowledge in the Guru Parampara, originating from Krishna himself, and in the proper Parampara like Brahma and Acharyas, the real knowledge is Varaha, means Yajna Varaha. Yajna Varaha, the Yajna, the Supreme Lord is full of purity, full of knowledge. There is no impurity. Sukara means a pig. Pig is always an impure place. But Varaha, the original form of the Varaha, means full of purity. The purity comes from Varaha. Knowledge comes, the purity comes from knowledge. Knowledge comes from Varaha. It is because of the Varaha there is purity. Varaha means full of purity. Varaha means full of transcendental knowledge. Varaha means the Yajna. So this is the right knowledge we should have. We should be very careful, not misunderstand Varaha, whom we worship. And that is not to be understood the way this Hiranyaksha is saying. We should understand as Mahajanayena Gatasya Pantaha Dharmasya Tattvam Nihitam Guhaya. The secrets of Dharma, the secrets of all the Shastra should be understood as per the great personalities, Mahajana, and Bhishma is one of the Mahajana that Srila Prabhupada says. And that Mahajana is given the description in Mahabharata Sabha Parva, what is real Varaha means. And that Varaha is Ahaha Jnanam Samuddishta Varaham Iti Uchyate. Varaha means full of knowledge, full of purity, Yajna Varaha. And that Varaha, as Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Sarvaloka Maheshwaram, he is the real owner, we are not the owner. We should never claim ownership on our own body or whatever so-called, for some time it is in our possession. Possession should not be seen as ownership. The real owner is always Lord. And when we realize this, Krishna says, Jnatva mam shantim ricchati. We attain the real peace. Otherwise, like Hiranyaksha will become very disturbed and will start fighting. The devotees, they don't get disturbed, they don't fight, they remain very peaceful, they remain very satisfied because they know who is God and the God is the real owner of everything. Sarvaloka Maheshwaram Jnatva mam shantim ricchati. Krishna says, Suhridam Sarvabhutanam. Krishna is the real well-wisher. That real well-wisher, the Varaha, is standing in front of Hiranyaksha. Instead of seeing him as his well-wisher, he is thinking he is his enemy. Why? Because he is in illusion. Why is in illusion? Because he thinks too much. He is dependent on his material senses. When we become too much dependent on our material senses, what we see is defective seeing, and the defective seeing creates illusion, and out of illusion we don't understand what is reality. The reality is Krishna is our well-wisher. Krishna is the real owner. Krishna's form is a form of purity and knowledge, and that form is Varaha, and that knowledge is the correct understanding. So we'll stop here. Granthara Srimad Bhagavatam ki, Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki, Nitai Gaur Premanande.